Hello everyone and welcome to Machine Learning and AI Tutorials. In this video tutorial, we explain how to install and run locally one of the smallest and fastest text-to-image generation model. The name of this model is Z-Image Turbo. A nice thing about this model is that it can be executed on GPUs that only have 16 GB of VRAM. Furthermore, the quality is really good. Over here, you can see the quality of the generated images and you can see the prompt. For example, the prompt is a Roman soldier standing on beach. He has a sword in the right hand, in the left hand he carries a shield. In the background there is a mountain and palm trees. And over here you can see the generated image. It's really photorealistic and it's really nice. Here's one additional example. The prompt is beautiful photorealistic image of a medieval city. The city is on the top of the mountain and around there is a river. And you can see over here the generated image. This really reminds me of France or Germany. In this video tutorial, I will explain how to install this model on a Linux Ubuntu computer. In the next video tutorial, I will explain how to install the model on a Windows machine. Let me briefly explain my computer configuration. The main part is the GPU. I have NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090 with 24 GB of VRAM. This is relatively good GPU, and the main thing is that it has 24 GB of VRAM. Also, it's not very expensive. Also, the computer has 64 GB of regular RAM. So let's immediately start. First of all, let's verify that you have an NVIDIA GPU and that you have NVIDIA CUDA compilers installed on your system. To do that, open a terminal by clicking here, or you can simply click here and search for terminal. Then in the terminal window, to verify that you have an NVIDIA GPU, simply type this. And as the response, you should see over here your GPU version, and you should see how many or how much memory it has. In my case, it's around 24 GB of VRAM. Next, let's verify that NVIDIA CUDA compilers are installed on your system. To do that, simply type this. And if you see this type of response, this means that NVIDIA CUDA compilers are installed. If not, then you need to install them. To install the NVIDIA CUDA compilers, simply go to Google and search for NVIDIA CUDA Toolkit. Over here I'm searching for the version 12.6. However, you can simply search for NVIDIA CUDA Toolkit and it will lead you to the newest version. I know that this software works with NVIDIA CUDA Toolkit 12.6. That's why I'm searching for this version. However, it might also work with newer versions. So once you click here, select your operating system, in my case Linux. Over here select your architecture, most likely 64. Then make sure that you select the proper operating system, Ubuntu. Select your Ubuntu version. If you're not sure about your Ubuntu version, you can simply go in the terminal and you can type this, and this should return your Ubuntu version. You can see it over here, 24.04. You can click here. Then my advice to select Debian network, and these instructions will be generated. You need to run these instructions, and over here you can also click over here for additional instructions. Then you can optionally also install this driver. However, the main part is over here. However, I also suggest to run everything. Good. Once you do that, you can over here type nvcc version and you should see this response. You also have a video tutorial on my YouTube channel explaining how to perform these steps. The next step is to create a workspace folder and to install the necessary Python libraries. To do that, make sure that you go to the home folder, then in the home folder create a folder called test1, then navigate to test1, and inside of this folder we need to create the Python virtual environment. However, before we do that, let's verify that we have Python installed on our system. We can do it like this, and you can see the Python version. Next, let's install the tool for creating Python virtual environments. Namely, I will simply execute this command. Over here, 3.12 is my Python version that matches this number. If you have a different Python version, then you need to adjust this number. And let's press enter, enter your password, and this will install the tool for creating Python virtual environments. Next, we need to create a Python virtual environment. To create the Python virtual environment inside of this folder, you simply need to execute this command. This will create the Python virtual environment called environment1. Next, we need to activate this Python virtual environment. To do that, we need to execute this command. And now you can see that we are in the virtual environment. The next step is to install PyTorch with the CUDA support. To install PyTorch with CUDA, simply open Google and search for PyTorch CUDA and search over here, then click on the first link, and over here you will find this selection table. Make sure that you select stable, Linux, pip, Python, and make sure over here that you select your CUDA version. Since we installed CUDA 12.6, click over here and copy this command. Then go inside of the terminal and then simply paste this command and press enter. Here I need to mention that it's going to take a while to install PyTorch if you're installing it for the first time. In my case, I'm actually using the cached or downloaded version from my local computer, and the installation process is much faster. However, in your case, it might take several minutes to install PyTorch. However, you need to be patient over here. The next step is to install the Transformers library. You can install the Transformers library by simply typing pip install transformers and press enter. This will install the Transformers library. The Transformers library is necessary for running this model by downloading the Hugging Face repository. So let's be patient over here. Next, go to this Hugging Face repository. You can simply Google ZImage Turbo Hugging Face and you will go to this web page. Then scroll all the way down and over here you will find an additional installation instruction. Namely, you need to find this part over here and you need to copy this. You can also type it from my screen, namely here is the command. This command will install Git and it will also install the diffusers library. So let's press enter and now Git will be installed as well as the diffusers library. After that, we are going to type a simple test code that is suggested by the authors of this model, and to do that, simply start your favorite Python editor. In my case, it's Visual Studio Code. I can start it simply like this. However, if you want to use something else, that's perfectly fine. On the other hand, if you want to use Visual Studio Code, on my YouTube channel, you have several video tutorials explaining how to install Visual Studio Code inside of a Python running on a Linux machine. Okay, good. Now let's create a simple code. Simply click here, File, New File, and call it as test1.py. And then make sure that you save it in the workspace folder. And then let's go back to this web page and simply copy this code over here. And here it is. The code is nothing special. We are importing Torch. We are also from diffuser importing the ZImage pipeline. Then over here we are basically loading the model. On the other hand, if you are running this code for the first time, the model will be downloaded automatically from the Hugging Face repository, and next time you run this code, it's going to be loaded from your local computer. That is, you don't need to explicitly download the model will be automatically downloaded on your local computer. That is, it's going to be downloaded and cached, so next time you run this code, it's simply going to be loaded from your computer. Here we generate the image, we define the simple pipe, and nothing special over here. However, over here we need to define a prompt. Here is the prompt, and let me now just do something like this so you can see how the prompt looks like. Here you can edit your prompt as you wish. So let's change this prompt. I will erase this, and then we can say something like this. A man and a dog are playing on beach. behind them there are mountains and palm trees, for example. We can type something like this. Make sure that the prompt or the text is inside of the quotation marks, characters, and that's it. And what will happen over here? The model will be called, the image will be generated, and over here we save the image as a PNG file. Here I'm going to change this to save it as example2.png. Later on you can play here with resolution, you can play with the number of inference steps to have better results. You can also change some other parameters. You can look on a GitHub page to see how to optimize this model. Okay, so let's save this file. The next step is to press Ctrl+Shift+P, and then here you need to find Python select interpreter. We are doing this because we want to properly call the Python executable or the script file from our virtual environment, and you need to select here, and then finally you can run the model by pressing here. Now the model will first be downloaded, and then later on it's going to be executed. The download process of the model might take a while. That is, if you're running this code for the first time, it might even take like 5 minutes or around like even 10 minutes to download the model. The model is not very large. Let's see what are the files while everything is downloading. If you go to this web page, you can click on files and you can see the size of the files. Namely, in some of these folders there are model files. You can see over here, yes, here are the transformer files. You can also see in the tokenizer should be smaller. Yes, it's relatively small, so it's around 20 gigabytes. Consequently, you need to be patient. However, in my case, the model will be actually downloaded from my local computer. This is because I have previously installed this model, and even if you erase the Python virtual environment, the model will still stay on your system. That is, this GitHub repository, or better to say the Hugging Face repository, has its own place where it stored cached files, and these files are not stored inside of our virtual environment. Consequently, keep in mind this fact if you want to save space. Namely, if you often download the models from Hugging Face, your disk will be full after some time. So consequently, you will have to erase models manually. Now the model is being loaded. Okay, let's now look into the model. If I click here on files and if I search where the model is stored, namely if I go to home, test1, here is the generated file. Looks really nice. It really looks nice, and you can see how realistic is this image. Beautiful. Okay, that would be all for today. I hope that you liked this video, and see you in the next video tutorial.